What's up, gamers, and what's up, fellow Glue Crew members? Do me a favor, and if you are and have been a supporter of my stuff for the longest time, drop a hashtag Glue Crew in the comments. Pause the video and drop it down in the comments and let me know, because I could really use a virtual hug right now. That everybody that watches my stuff, please do me a huge favor and do that today. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to set up a quest system and potentially a shop system if I got enough time left in the video. But I'm going to show you guys the basics somewhat. This is really not basic. This is more of an advanced thing. Not a lot of people are going to want to do this, but I hope that if they do want to do this, they can find this video. I have been doing all kinds of RPG style building and things on my super awesome World of Weirdos map, which is our recreation of World of Warcraft and Grounded. And yeah, it's going great. So we're going to think of a quest here, and I'm going to show you guys everything from setting up exclamation points in order to go pick up the quest, how to disable them afterwards, how to, you know, pretty much set up everything from point A to point B. So we're going to start the video with the idea that we want to create a quest to, let's say we want to create a quest to kill 5 mites. All right. We want some dialogue. We want the ability to receive loot, turn the quest in, pick up the quest, dialogue, turn the quest in, receive some loot. Okay, it does not seem like a hard thing, but it can be, especially if you're trying to figure all this out right now. So the very first thing I'm going to start with, we're going to start with some quest markers here. Actually, you know what, we're going to start with an armor dummy. We need a quest giver. Okay, and we're going to give our quest giver a name, and his name is going to be Subscribe, because yeah, you should do that. Subscribe. All right, listen up. Okay, we got subscribe right here. Actually, we don't need an exclamation. This is just a name, so we're just going to leave it blank. Okay. All right, so as we can see, his name is Subscribe. What I also like to do here is I want to turn on always and then turn off active. And I'll tell you why in just a second. It's more of like to prevent a glitch type of thing, or a bug, current bug type of thing. But okay, so we put it right in his chest. So that way, if I turn him on real quick, you can see his name pop up right above his head, and it's centralized, you know, on his thing. By the way, I am on my tutorial world, and there will be a link in the description for this world. I'll publish it after this video, so you can come in and check it out. There's also a bunch of other stuff for every other tutorial video I've done, effect spawners, like conditions and everything. So come check it out. I tried to make it as easy to understand as possible. But anyway, I digress. Okay, so we got our guy. His name is Subscribe. And I want to say, welcome, Weirdo, to tutorial land. Okay. All right. So the very first thing, actually, you know what? The very first thing I want to do is name the quest. We're going to call it Mite Slaughter. Okay. And we're going to give it a yellow and an exclamation. Okay. So now this is going to be what we see here. We want to set this to always and unactive for now. Next, we're going to want to get the dialogue. So we're going to do the same thing, exclamation mark yellow. And we're going to say, hello, Weirdo. Welcome to Tutorial Island. Okay. Next, we're going to go, Tutorial Island needs your help. All right. Please take this sword or spear and dispatch those wretched mites. Okay. All right. Same thing. Oops, I forgot to do it on this one. hello, question, exclamation. And then we want another one that is going to be a exclamation gray that says, please return to me after you have taken care of them. Of those pesky pests. Pesky pests. I'm not a good typer or speller. Forgive me. Okay, so we've got our quest pickup. We've got 3 dialogues, and then we've got the, you know, I have the quest and it's active thing. Last thing we need to do is say, turn in. Okay. Actually, let's just call this one accept for now. Okay. All right. So our dialogue is done. Our name is done. We've got our accept, so we can accept the quest. We've got one. Hello, Weirdo. Welcome to Tutorial Island. Tutorial Island needs your help. Please take this spear and dispatch those wretched mites. Please return to me after you've taken care of those pesky pests and turn in. Okay, so this is our timeline that we're trying to accomplish here. So the next thing we need to do is we are going to set up our creature spawner, which is pretty simple. It's just going to be right here. And we're going to say change creature, mite, 5. And we're just going to have them on one spawner. Should be easy enough, really. So the next thing we're going to do is we are going to, let's see here. Let's get our button made for this. So let's build like a little counter real quick, so we can put our guy behind a counter. Let's go with just some. Let's just go with some fences here, and then with just a burr floor or wood floor or something along those lines. There we go. Now he's behind a counter, so we can see him and everything. Now, one thing I do want to do is I would like to animate him because it's super cool that you can do that. And we're not going to do anything too crazy, but you can get pretty wild with this if you want to. What we're going to do is we're going to take a timer to the dummy. It's going to automatically pop up gray, but we're going to go to customize and we're going to say wave. Okay. So we're going to put it around 0.6 and then we're going to put it around 1 on the other one. So same difference. Let's go ahead and run this to the dummy. There we go. Customize, wave, but we're going to put this around like 1. Okay. So pretty much you can check it on the dummy what it's going to look like. If we go to wave and we start at 0.6 and then go to 1, it's just kind of going to be like a slideshow effect back and forth. So what we're going to want to do is we're going to set one of these to start on play with a 1-second cooldown. And the other one we're going to turn start on play off and set to a 1-second cooldown. And essentially this one's going to start the process. It's going to send the signal to go to 0.6 and then we're going to send the signal back. So this one we're going to say start timer and this one we're going to say start timer. Now, essentially, if we do our thing here, you can see that he is somewhat animated. You can add as many timers as you want. Unfortunately, though, they are 1 second apart. If we could do like a 1/4 of a second or a 1/2 a second to really animate them, that would be super sweet, but I'm sure there's a reason they didn't do that. Coffee break time. Okay. So, our guy's animated. Perfect. All right. So, next, we need to set up our crazy system here. So, we're going to put a button right here that can be like our dialogue, accept the quest button type of thing. There's probably a few different ways you can do this, but this is the way I'm going to show you guys today. So we're going to set this right here. And we are also going to put the quest accept thing right in front of it. So essentially we could see, here, let's do this first. I need to do this as well. We're going to set a player volume. Okay, we're going to take our player volume. This is going to activate it as soon as we get in the area, right? So there's a little bit of a bug going on right now with the what do you call these markers? And sometimes they don't work too good. So this is going to be kind of our player volume here. We've got plenty of room to take care of it, but we're going to jump outside of it, click the player volume, and then we're going to click this accept thing right here. So we're going to go G on the blue arrow, and it's going to activate that. And then if we step outside of the player volume, we want to deactivate it. So we can come back here, do a little test. As soon as we step in, we see the accept right here. And if we step out, we see the accept go away. Same difference, rinse and repeat. Okay, so now what's going to happen is we have our dialogue. So we're going to set these up on the table so that we can have somewhat of an organized system here, because this can get pretty messy pretty fast. We're going to set these up here just like this. Now this guy is going to set out here. And what we're going to do here is we want to send the player through a dialogue, you know, just like you would if you're playing Skyrim. You click the button to skip over and over again. So here's one thing we are going to do here real fast is we're going to drop another marker, and this one is going to be turned off and always showing. And we are going to add, like, I don't know, like a red skip button. Okay. So that way we can skip when we want to, type of thing. So I'm going to leave this right here. All right. So we've got our dialogues all set up, all nice and neat, getting ready to get nice and not neat. So we're going to grab our counter with condition. And what this is going to do is it's going to say when equal to 1 button push, we'll activate this one, 2 button pushes, 3 button pushes. And essentially, I don't think we need a 4th one, but we're going to put it there just in case. So this one is equal to 1. This one will be equal to 2. And this one will be equal to 3. Now what we need to do, I'll go ahead and make this one 4 as well if we need it. I don't think we do, but excuse me. Winter. Gotta love it. Okay, we press the button. We want a couple things to happen. We want the accept to go away. So we're going to do that very first. We're going to deactivate the accept. Okay. We are also going to activate our first equal to. So what that's going to do, as soon as we press the button, it's going to display this text. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to check this connection, make sure it's set to the right thing. So it automatically defaults to increment, which is what we want it to do. But we want to activate this guy, okay? Because this is going to be our first thing. Hello, Weirdo. Welcome to Tutorial Island. Perfect. Okay, now that it's equal to 1, we need to take our button and we need to go to our equal to 2, because this is going to be when the player presses the second of the button the second time. Now we're going to activate the second voice line. We're going to put activate and none there. Oh, you know what? I forgot to put none on the secondary. It's always good to go to the secondary behavior, whether you need it or not. Just set it to none. I mean, set it to none unless you're actually using that secondary behavior, because it'll just mess your stuff up, especially if you're doing something crazy. We also need to deactivate the first one. So we activate the one it's on, and then we deactivate the second one, and then set that to none. Oops. There we go. Now we go on to the third button push. Okay, we're going to the third button push. That's going to equal to 3. And we want this button push to activate this guy. And we set that to none. And then we want it to also deactivate this one. All right, perfect. Set that to none. Okay, so this is so we have our hello Weirdo, welcome to Tutorial Island. Tutorial Island needs your help. Please take this spear and dispatch those wretched mites. So what we want to do at this point, we want to give the player a spear. Roughly give them enough time to read it, right? So we'll say 3 seconds. Yeah, 3 seconds. So we'll give them 3 seconds, and then we will give them a spear. Now, it's a really good idea to not use the equipment equipper, because it has a chance to, like, completely get rid of whatever weapon they have in their pocket already. So I highly suggest just using the inventory filler instead. It will work just as fine. So let's get a rusty spear here, and we're going to go ahead and deposit our rusty spear in there. And then after 3 seconds, after the third button push, we will have 3 seconds before this happens, before we automatically get that item there. So we are going to go start timer, and on the secondary side, nothing. All right, so we're getting somewhere here. So more or less, now what we do is when it's equal to 3 and the timer has started, we want to wait. Let's say we want to wait another 3 seconds. Let's get rid of this guy because I don't think we need it. Let's say we wait another... Actually, hold on. Hold that thought. So we're going to change this up. So currently we're on this one, right? Please take this spear and dispatch those wretched mites. Okay, cool. Nice. We are going to set, we're going to go with the original way that I was thinking. We're going to set a timer here, and that timer is going to set right here, and we're going to do an additional 3 seconds. And then what this is going to do is this is going to activate this guy, which is our, quest active in progress. Please return to me when you have taken care of those pesky pests. We need to activate this one, and we need to deactivate this one at the same time. So now, essentially, our dialogue is ready. We can go ahead and place all of our things inside of our dummy here. Okay, we'll kind of get them stacked up, so it looks as best it possibly can. Get them in there where it lets them fit. All right, there we go, just like that. And the last guy here. So now our dialogue is totally done. We might have to actually... I think we'll leave that one alone for now, because we still have to deactivate this one when we come back after that. So we're going to come kill these guys, and we're going to essentially shut this one off, deactivate this, and then we're going to activate the quest turn in one, which is right here. Okay, we're going to, oops, nope, we're not going to activate it that way. We're going to activate it with this guy. Okay, so this one is deactivating, right? We already did that. Yep, deactivating and activating the quest complete situation here. So we can set this in here, just like that. And now what we're going to want to do as soon as we get here is we are going to use this trigger volume to disable the yellow marker. Deactivate right there. Okay, so let's test all this real quick, make sure that it's all working. So we're going to go out of this thing. He said, oh, look, it's our friend Subscribe, right? Oh, he's got a quest for us. Okay, accept. Sure. Hello, Weirdo. Oh, right off the bat, I can see that we want to get rid of his name. Okay, so that's, yeah, we want to definitely get rid of his name. So we're just going to take from the button, because we can't see anything, right? You can leave it there if you want to, but I don't see any reason to. So we're going to take that. I'm actually going to pull his name out of there. And we're going to go from the button to his name. And we're going to deactivate that. Just like that. Okay, perfect. Wait, there was nothing on the secondary side of that, right? Nothing. Okay, cool. All right. Okay, let's give another run here. All right, Subscribe. Okay, what's up, man? Accept the quest. Perfect. He's waving at me. Hello, Weirdo. Welcome to Tutorial Island. Next. Tutorial Island needs your help. Next. Please take this spear and dispatch those wretched mites. See, it popped up perfect at a perfect time. And then he'll say, please return to me after you've taken care of those pesky pests. So, yeah. All right, so let's go. So now we have to essentially spawn the creatures. Okay, that's the next step. So what's going to happen here, we could do this a multitude of ways, really, is we could just say, let's see here. We could just say at this point, when it's equal to 3, we could spawn them, or we could spawn them with this timer as well. So I'm going to say activate. So this will activate that gizmo switch. And then we can come over here and we can spawn creatures. Now, once the 5 are dead, it's going to count as 1. So the way that these work, I have done this in a previous video. If you have, 5 of these that are spawning 1 creature, then that would be 5. But if you have 1 thing spawning 5 creatures, that would essentially equal 1. So you got to pay attention to that. But more or less what's going to happen here is once these guys are dead, which is once this equals 1, we will come back this way. We will grab our storage chest, which is going to contain our loot. It's currently going to be locked. Here, we'll just put this stuff in there since it's already in my inventory. All right, we're going to lock the chest. And we're also going to go from here to here. Actually, let's hold on. Let's do something. We don't want to accept the quest until we get back into the bubble. Okay? Once we complete the quest, then we will see this turn in. Hold on. Let's get rid of this. Okay. So this will activate the turn in thing once we have completed the quest. Yes, that's what we want. Okay, activate. So, let's see here. What all do we got going on here? So we've got our... Okay, that's our marker. Okay, that's going to despawn our marker once we kill them. And then this line is spawning them. So once we kill them, it comes to this. It equals to 1. And then we need all of our cool stuff to happen. So what's going to happen at this point is we're actually going to have a second trigger volume. This is the way I've been doing this. So what we're going to do here is we want to unlock the chest when the quest is complete. So this guy right here is going to be deactive. Or it's going to be activated. So here's what we're going to do. This is a weird thing, right? We need to deactivate this thing like by default. So the way that I do this is we take a switch, we take a timer, and we start it on play on 1 second. And this is going to trigger this switch gizmo to shut off, to completely deactivate this trigger volume. And then what's going to happen is once we complete the quest, it's going to activate this trigger volume. I'm sure I've lost everybody at this point, dude. I'm sorry. You could slow it down, rewind it, pause it if you want. Let's see here. So we don't want anything to happen when the condition has failed. Okay, so what we're doing here is we are setting up a quest completion situation. Okay, we're going to make it big and fat and wide, and we're going to stack it right on top of the other one. But we want to wait until we're completely finished before we start stacking player volumes because it's going to get a little weird. So, all right. Quest complete. Okay. We don't want to use the quest complete to open the chest. We want to use this player volume to open the chest. And we also want to set up a effector just to, you know, be a little extra. We're going to set it to raw science 2 and 2%. So as soon as we enter this, essentially what's going to happen, we kill these guys. Okay. And then the yellow question mark appears. And it should be set to always and show player distance. Okay. So that we can see it from far ways away. Oh, another thing. We forgot to do the skip button. Okay. I'll do that last here. So we kill it. This equals 1. And as soon as this equals 1, it has an output. So in that output, we're going to activate this player volume because it's deactivated pretty much right as soon as the game starts with this 1 second timer and the switch. I don't actually know if you need the switch, but I just use the switch just because. But because we can always pull off of that or do something else with it later. But now I think we're ready to go ahead and stack these player volumes up. Okay, just like that. It doesn't have to be pretty, doesn't have to be perfect, doesn't have to be the same size. It doesn't necessarily matter as long as, you know, they're somewhat stacked on top of each other. Here, I got to get out of my face for a second. There we go. Okay, so essentially they're in the same room, right? If our room is like, you know, the sides of the countertop and way back here. Okay, so real quick, we're going to set up our skip button because what we want to do here is every time the dialogue starts. So when he presses the button, when he presses this button, it's going to start. Okay, activate. And that's going to show us the skip button. And then this button is going to disappear. This one right here. It's going to show us the skip button. And it's going to stop showing us the skip button at equal to 3 because we don't need to skip anymore. So there we go. So we deactivate it. The skip button doesn't have to be anything crazy. We just set it right there. All right, let's give this whole thing a test here. All right, so there's our subscribed name. All right, we get close and accept the quest. Hello, Weirdo. Welcome to Tutorial Island. Skip. Tutorial Island needs your help. Skip. Please take this spear and dispatch those wretched mites. We got our spear. Nice. Oh, okay. The mites just jumped on top of me. All right, there's 4 of them. And 5. Okay, cool. Now our quest is ready to turn in. We go back here. And as soon as we get here, that was supposed to be on our chest. The quest is done. We got to fix the skip button still yet, but more or less, we've completed the quest. We just got to get rid of the accept and the skip buttons here and set up the... We're going to set this inside. This is the little troubleshooting stuff you have to deal with, so you kind of got to... You want to get it right, man. If you want people to play your maps, you definitely want to get all this stuff right. So I'm actually curious as to why the skip button and the accept quest button are working again. So what happens here? Okay, I'll show you exactly what happens. We need to split up our player volumes again, just for the sake of figuring out which one's which. So this is set to every time I walk into here, it goes off or it turns on. So this is where we need to come to this switch over here and, or actually, hold on. We need to go, as soon as this quest is complete, we need to deactivate this first guy. So we're going to go from here to here and we're going to say activate and turn this off. And we're going to go from here to this player volume and we're going to say deactivate and turn this off. And what this is going to do is it's going to completely kill all the power that this player volume outputted, right? So that'll save us there, on this guy at least. So our accept is going to be shut off after the quest is complete, or after we've killed the mites, essentially. And then this guy here, what do we got going on with this guy here? So we're going from button to skip. So the button is activating it. So... let's see here. I want this equal to 1 to activate it instead. I think that will help. So that'll activate and then equals to 3 deactivates. So this should fix it, possibly. We'll put this player volume back. Okay. Bada boom, right here, just like this. Okay, Mr. Subscribe, we're coming. We're coming. All right, accept the quest. Yes, sir. Hello, Weirdo. Welcome to Tutorial Island. Skip. Tutorial Island needs your help. Okay, Skip did not pop up that time. All right, please take this spear and dispatch those wretched mites. Okay. Took him a second, didn't it? Seemed like a second longer this time. All right, cool. Now our turn in should be there. Come back to turn it in. We get here and our chest shebangs. It's still locked. We didn't trigger it to unlock, but the quest is complete, essentially. Oh, turn in. Oh. Why is turn in? Oh, turn in's tied to this player volume. Okay, so we just got to tie it to the other one. I think that will solve that. Yeah. Okay, so this guy here activates, and then we need it to deactivate when we get back to this one. There we go. There we go. And then this chest is locked, and we need to unlock this chest when we get to the second player volume as well. If I can pick the right one here. Wait, what do we got going? Oh, yeah. That's just the effect spawner. All right, man. A little trial and error, man. This is the stuff you guys got to look forward to here. All right, unlock the chest. I'm actually going to move the chest like a little bit more in the shot, I guess. Okay, and then we had one more issue, which was our skip button. Did some weird stuff. I don't know what our skip button did. So we're going to wait to deactivate the skip button until this first timer, 3 seconds after this first timer. I think will probably be a little bit better of an idea. And you know what? I actually think that we should activate it on every one of these. Let's give that a shot. We'll give that a shot right there. Okay. And that should work. Should. You could see very quickly how this becomes quite a mess right off the bat. Also, let's put this inside. Okay, like there. All right, let's try this again. Come on, perfect run. Subscribe. Got it. Accept the quest. Okay, skip button. Hello, Weirdo. Welcome to the island. Perfect. Skip. Tutorial island needs your help. Perfect. Skip. Please take this spear and dispatch those wretched mites. Nice, and I no longer have to skip. Okay, I got my thing. Okay. All right, cool. So, mites are dead. Go to turn the quest in. We get here. That thing explodes and doesn't make a noise because that over there is making a noise. But that's it, guys. That's how you make a quest in the new grounded playground mode. If I still held your attention and you watched the entire thing because you thought, one, it was interesting, or two, you're actually trying to learn something, comment down below. That was interesting. Or thank you. I really needed to learn that. Let me know, man. Let's get some communication going on here. You know what I'm saying? Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you tonight on the stream. We're live in exactly an hour. So if it's nighttime on Sunday night, click my face, my profile picture down there, and come say hi. Y'all take it easy, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace out.